Marketer, I want to present you with a classic dilemma. Even as I am speaking to you, in fact, all over the world, marketing teams and C-suite leaders are vexing themselves over the answer to a primary question. Which description of value will produce the highest response rate among my prospective customers? Do we talk about our customer service? Do we talk about our vast selection? Do we talk about our specialized expertise? Etc., etc. In fact, many, unable to really decide this with a science dynamic, refer to a social dynamic, or worse, they try everything at once. I want to share with you a case study that I think you'll find fascinating because it's all about finding that one big lever to pull in the mind. And in this case, it's Test Protocol 1825. This is a major company, more than 60 years old, and a household brand. And imagine for just a moment that you're in the C-suite trying to make a decision as to how to lead the conversation. Now, when I say lead the conversation, in this case, we're talking about the top area of their homepage. And so the official research question is this: which focus will produce the highest click-through rate? And let's look at the focuses. So this is the section of real estate, and they're trying to find the greatest appeal. And there are three distinct aspects of the core offer. The first one emphasizes 60 years, most authoritative source of news, inventing the industry in 1954. Do you see how rich that is? And I could easily see a group of executives saying, that's the way. If we lead with that, we'll drive the most action and activity into our site, which of course leads to more revenue. But there was another group that said, no, we think we should focus on the 200,000 media outlets, the hundreds of thousands of journalists, the fact that we're in 170 different countries, the most comprehensive media network in the world. Now, if you're the CMO or the CEO and you're tasked with making a decision, which one would you choose? And how do you know when you make that choice that you've made the right one? It's a classic problem that could not be solved with science in any easy or short way until the advent of the internet. But let's look at the third. So is it the exceptional customer service? Is it 200,000 errors caught each year? Is that the fact that we can work with you personally one-on-one and that we're available 24 hours a day? Now you're seeing three messages. And hopefully what we're doing is we're bringing before your mind three different categories of value. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, so now at least I know what these are. And in good science, we don't reduce this to a debate. We actually form three hypotheses and we let the customer tell us. That is the power of the internet. The internet is not just a channel. It's the greatest behavioral research laboratory in the history of mankind. And in this particular case, we leverage that laboratory to get to the answer. This company was a research partner. We partner with organizations like this in order to grow our database of experiments and to learn. We ran 20,000 plus path tests like this. So I'll take you to sort of a summary. There are the three hypotheses set up in a single factorial test. And I'd like you to just pause for a moment and ask yourself a question. Which one do you think will produce the highest? Now, your answer doesn't matter as much as the reason for your answer, because that is the power behind your hypothesis. And it's really instrumental if you get the answer wrong, because it helps you rethink what's happening in the mind of the customer. At McLabs, we don't believe in optimizing web pages. We believe in optimizing the sequence of thought. There's a profound mental dialogue going on as a customer interacts with the elements of this page, and we want to get into that dialogue and guide it towards an inevitable conclusion. So we ran a test. Now you've probably determined which one you think is going to be the most promising, and I'll show you what the science tells us. Well, I'm embarrassed to say that if I had picked, I wouldn't have picked this one. But in fact, as you can see, there was a 26% relative increase for the most effective one, and that's treatment 1. Wow. How would you know that? How would you make this choice if you weren't right on top of the details? If you weren't running the science well? You could just have a debate and lead with the wrong answer. I see this every day in our work. We're looking for research partners now that will help us further our experimentation in artificial intelligence as it relates to optimization, in lead generation and e-commerce, particularly in subscription and media, across verticals that we've been specializing in, such as FI, including insurance, and travel, and SaaS platforms, and subscription models. And we're still working, as we have now for, well, I think the program began in 2002, to build the largest library of case studies and experiments in the world, to understand and to share with you our findings. If you're interested in becoming a research partner and helping us in this way, and helping yourself get an attractive ROI, reach out to us on the link provided, and we'll connect and see if there's a possible way for us to do something unique together. Thanks.